Hello, hi, good morning. It's Minna from northern Finland here again. Just having a little sit and knit with you. So take your lovely knit and let's go. I thought I'd tell you first what I'm currently working on, and this is what I started yesterday. It's made of drops air, not my favorite kind of yarn, but I'm hoping to make a long um, brioche cardigan. So I thought that drops air would be enough fluffy and light and getting a texture I want. So I thought I'd made an exception and use this yarn. I know it's going to be very, what do you call it, when it gets a bit nibbly when you wear it. But I've heard that once you take it off, it doesn't do it again. And then it wears nicely. I had a lovely cardigan from Drops Air. I absolutely loved it. It was one of those cardigans that it was oversized and you could just put it on whenever you felt that you needed something to keep you warm. But I felted it, I think last year, beginning of the year. For some odd reason, I threw it in the washing with other normal garments and it came out this big. Oh, I was so sad. So I thought I'd give it another try because I absolutely loved the cardigan. And you can see how it's turning out. It's going to be so lovely. And it's going to be under the knee. It's going to be very long. One of those, I've got an inspiration picture where there's this lady with woolen socks and the huge cardigan taking coffee. And it's very rustic, the picture. I don't know where I got them. I think it was some sort of social media selling those cardigans at some point. And I've wanted that cardigan for 10 years now. But of course I'm going to make it myself. I'm not going to buy it because it's going to be acrylic or something. And this is well, it's not 100% wool, but it's got most of it is wool, and I'm going to be knitting it myself. I think I've got 12 balls or something, so we'll see how long we get. I'm one of those knitters that are, how would you say it in English? In Finnish, the word is pihi, that you don't want to spend anything much, that you just keep holding to some little resources you've got and you don't want to give them away. But I don't know what, it's not cheap. What word would you use? But I'm yarn pihi, so I tend to use less yarn than other people when I'm knitting products. I don't know where it comes from. If you've got any answers, please tell me, because I'm just cheap yarn user. I don't know what the word is. But I'm starting a new club next week because I hold different kind of knitting clubs for people online, that we come together and we learn new knitting skills, or they learn, and I try to teach them the best I can. And I'm going to be starting a cardigan club next week. What a difficult word. And it basically means that we are going to be knitting cardigans, whatever kind of cardigans or whatever yarn we want, and we're going to make it made to measure so that we get the cardigan we want. Like for me, I've been waiting for 10 years for this. And you get the peer support and you manage to finish it, hopefully. I hope. well, usually people do finish it. And that's what I'm making it for. I'm also making some technique videos, and that's why I've already started. And this week I'm starting my dress club, which is not the first one. It's called Knitting Dresses and Skirts. And I actually made a new pattern for the club last spring when I knitted this lovely dress. And I made it out of Austerman Step. I think it was Step, the thick version, 8-ply or something. And I absolutely adored the color. I bought the color before I knew what I was going to make out of it. I was thinking perhaps dress or sweater because I bought 4 or 5 balls, and the big balls. So I made this dress. I made a pattern out of it. I absolutely love the color. It's called Loch Ness. I don't necessarily like the stripy ones because I don't like the ones that stripe very sharply. And I don't like the stripy ones because for some reason in women's magazine I read about 20 years ago that stripes make you look fatter or bigger. And that's why I don't usually wear stripy vertical striped clothes, which is ridiculous because you think that you read something from a magazine and you think it's true. Well, it might be, but then I thought that I'm going to wear it anyway because I absolutely love it. And I think I visited Loch Ness once and I've had this hyperfixation on the Loch Ness monster. I recall since I was 9 years old. It is a bit too early for me, I think, speaking English. And the Loch Ness colour, I'm not a big fan of blue, but I thought this colour is really nice. And I made this dress and I absolutely loved the dress. So I thought I'd try out the pattern with thinner yarn as well, because people can use whatever yarn they wish. So I've been knitting this dress. This is Yellowy Lavuona, my love yarn. And I've been knitting this dress since last spring when I haven't been knitting it. It's been waiting in my basket for me to finish. And it's about maybe knee length now. And this is finger and weight yarn, so it's very different to the other one. And I started again doing this. It's A-line. You can see it's a basic round yoke, and then you just split the sleeves, and then it's A-line from there. So it's going to be very similar to the other one I made. Well, it's going to be testing the pattern, so it is similar. I've lost some stitches and now I'm trying desperately to pick them up without my glasses on, because I forgot to put my glasses on. I can see a bit without them, and then I sometimes forget to put them on. And now that I have the ring light in my camera, so you could see the ring lights in my eyes if I had it on, because it's quite dark. It's getting darker in the mornings. Now it's 5 a.m. so you can tell that the autumn is coming. Yes, so I'm trying out the pattern in different kind of yarn. The idea in my clubs usually is that you can make things made to measure. So we start by measuring and making swatches and calculating, and people usually think that this is not a knitting club, this is a math club. And they've been cheated coming on to something that they don't, it's nothing to do with knitting. But usually they end up with the made to measure product, so it is a good point that we start with calculating things. My longest running club is making woolly trousers, because in Finland we have this tradition that in the ancient times, almost ancient times, when our parents or grandparents were young, they were made to wear woolly trousers, and I think we have some sort of trauma towards them. And in that club, we make lovely woolly trousers that we can wear either underneath garments or on top of garments or with skirts or with anything. And they are actually a high fashion statement now. And people love wearing them. And I think it's been running for a few years now, and I usually have 2 or 3 starts during a year. And I think one person have knitted like 5 pairs of trousers, because once you buy the club, you can keep coming back to it. So if you want to make new trousers, use a different kind of yarn, you can just come back and calculate and make sure that the measurements are right and everything is fine, and then you start knitting them and you've got the pair support, because trousers, they take a few stitches to actually knit, just a few. So that's my longest running, and the most people have been to it. I think it's like hundreds of people, which is absolutely lovely. I was talking about the end of summer, and because August is the last summer month, and August is going to coming to an end next week, so it is really end of summer. And last weekend we had the Eastern Wool Festival, which actually had American guests coming to Finland for the first time and coming to the Wool Festival. So it's Eastern Finland Wool Festival, idän villavestarit. And it's a lovely event. We had loads of fun, we had laughter, we had good food, we had good company, we had culture, we had everything. And I'm going to be showing a bit for you what it was like. Noin 20 minuuttia vai 5 tunnin? Festarit marks the end of the summer for me because I just absolutely love it. It's it is the end of the summer. It's the last or the one before last weekend in August, and you can feel the autumn sort of creeping in during the festivals, and in the mornings it's a bit chilly, and during the day it's usually warm or raining like it was on Sunday. And I just love it. And I made some purchases. Thank you for my Patreons for making it possible for me to buy yarn from the Wool Festival. And I think I could show you now what I bought. I bought some yarn last year, or last year I made this absolutely lovely sweater. I love it. I had this bumblebee by Handu, which is a Finnish dyer. I bought some purple pink bumblebee from last year's Villa Festarit, and I made it held together with Cascade 220, and I absolutely love the sweater. And I have the 220 in different color, in pale pink or baby pink maybe, bubblegum bit pink, something like that is the color. And I bought some orange bumblebee this time. This is silk mohair. Let me see if there's like a branding sticker. 64% mohair, 36 silk, and 840 meters and 100 grams. I bought 2 skeins, and I know it's going to be enough for the sweater because I think I used 5.5 needles with it. And this with pink is going to be very interesting. And I didn't want a pink one to hold together with the Cascade yarn, even though it is pink, because I think pink on pink just makes my face more red. And I don't like wearing just pink clothes because of that, because I have a pinkish skin or reddish skin. So I thought holding it together with orange, it's going to be very interesting. And there was different kinds of oranges Ilu had. Ilu is the dyer behind Handu Yarn. She was the one singing. If I had a bit of singing in the previous, I have to check. Ilu is also a folk music singer and teacher, so she was the one singing in the previous bit of video. So I bought 2 skeins of this, and I can't wait to get started with the sweater. I think I have so many projects that I want to do at the moment that I just find it very difficult to even knit anything. And that's why I started doing my dress again, because I just feel that there are so many things I want to do now. Then I bought some wool. There's 3 brands, they're not brands, 3 types of sheep in Finland. There's the Finnish sheep, there's the Kainuun Harmas, which is actually the area where I come from, Kainuu, and we had our own sheep breed. It almost got extinct, but we managed to survive it, and it's very soft, very, very soft wool that you get out of that sheep. And then there's this rustic rough island kind of that lives in an island near the sea, Ahvenanmaan, which is Åland sheep. And I've never tried Åland sheep before, either in yarn. I've tried it and it feels really nice, but Åland sheep I want to try and spin from it. Because I've got this spinning enthusiasm now, even though I thought I'm not going to get into it. So I bought 100 grams of this. We'll see how far we get, about 100 grams. And this is from Lapland, actually, this sheep, which is the Lapland. It is cold and snowy and maybe windy if you go up in the hills, and it gets the sheep get the same kind of living surroundings that they get in the islands or in the sea or on the sea, islands in the sea. And this is going to be so mumbly. I'm just looking for words and wishing you all the best and all the luck, trying to get something out of it when I'm trying to speak. So, can I hear a mew? Where is she? I think I've seen her this morning. She can't be locked anywhere. Oh, I'm hearing things. So I'm looking forward to spinning this. It's going to be very nice. Then I have to go and get a skein because I forgot one skein. Because I also bought some long lace lame, which is glittery, as you can see. I only bought one skein because I think I have 3 or 4 skeins of the same color without the glitter, and I thought, because I'm not that much of a glittery person, I thought I'd make something out of them together. So I've got the pink. She's just waiting to go outside. She's got a little cage that, well, it's not that little. She can go outside and smell the wind and see all the animals, but she can't go out freely. So I thought I'd make it together with the other lang lace that doesn't have the glitter in it, but I could put just a tiny bit of glitter in the, I don't know what I'm going to make out of it, but I just absolutely wanted to buy it. Then I've been making my memory blanket. It's got 6 squares at the moment, so it's getting big. So I've been buying this from different events. I buy a mini skein every time. This is from the Jyväskylä Knit Festival. This is from Kuopio Knit Festival. This is from Folkia ja Villa. This is from Saima Spinning Tour. This is from the knitting retreat in Kittilä I was in. And this is this weekend Idän Villa Festarit. So I've been buying a mini skein in each event and making basically the whole mini skein. They vary a bit. Like in this one there was 2 10-gram mini skeins, and these others are 20-gram or more. Like this one was more, but I just left it. And this is the one I bought from Idän Villa Festarit. And I could actually start putting them together. I think I got grey merino yak somewhere. I have to find it first so I can start putting them together. And I'm hoping that by the end of the year, I started this summer, so when I turned 50, and I hope that by the end of the year, when I turn 51 next summer, I've got enough squares to actually have me a blanket. And it's going to be the year I was 50 that I made this blanket out of the different events that I got to. And actually it's quite a lot already. I'm amazed because you make one at a time. Like this I was doing last Saturday after the event in the evening, and you just make that one and you don't have to make any more. And I just think it's a lovely way to make a blanket because it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I've got so many squares to do and blah, 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 all that sort. But I just have to start putting them together because otherwise that's going to be the big thing I have to do next year. But it's going to be so much fun because the Jyväskylä Knit Fest has moved up. So I need to get one skein from the next year's Jyväskylä Knit Fest because it's going to be before my birthday. So it's going to be like a fun way to go around the year. So yes, that it is it. And then I bought some sardines as well, as you can see, because which knitter wouldn't need sardines? I actually bought it for the box because I just love little boxes like this, metal boxes. But I can't open it now. You should just slide it open. There we go. And there's little fish inside. I don't know if I can tilt it enough for you to see. But there's little fish. They're stitch markers. I don't actually like stitch markers that are closed, but I just thought they were so cute that I wanted them. There's, I don't know how many stitch markers, because half of them, I guess, I have got fish. There's 4 fishes, so there could be like 8, and the other ones are the square, the salmiak kind of stitch markers. But I just thought the box was so cute. I bought a little while ago, I also bought from the same brand, Knitting Barber. I bought the, I can't remember what it's called, but there's like 4 sheep and a dog stitch marker in the box. The box is a slightly bigger one. But I like the boxes. I could say that's an ADHD trait, that I like little different kinds of boxes. Like I've got metal box that I hold all my stuff in as well, knitting stuff. But that's all I bought. I didn't buy anything else. I think I bought more than usual because I usually buy just a little, like one skein of yarn, because I have plenty. But now there was like this one. I knew that I'm going to buy this one. I knew that I wanted to buy the Lang lace because I forgot to buy it the last event I went to, or the one before, where she was selling those. But this was definitely something that was just on top of my head. Oh, I want that one, because I want to try different kinds of fibers. So I think it was sort of not a impulse buy, but something that made sense, if one could say that. Can one say that? But that's really all that I've got to say today. I don't know what else to tell you, because I haven't managed to finish anything. I haven't managed to knit that much, because last week I was at my what is it called? Camper van. We went to our camper van. We were doing a shift there, holding up the place, and I haven't really knitted that much. Like during the weekend, on Saturday, I didn't knit at all. So I haven't managed to finish anything. But I think that's the main thing about knitting. You don't always have to finish stuff straight away and keep it in a hurry. Like I have like 50 projects at one time, and they take time to finish because I've had so many. So I hope, I'm really sorry that I've been mumbling along, and I know that my thoughts in my head are going so fast that I don't know if my output makes any sense. I hope so. And whether or not I should somehow try and make more sense. But this is just me, bubbly me, who's sitting here knitting with you. And I hope you had a nice time. Please put your thumbs up in the video if you liked it, and thank you for my one subscriber who's here and has subscribed my channel. Love you to bits. So I hope you enjoy knitting, and maybe we'll see next week, mumbling and rumbling away. Bye.